Enough joshing around. Time to get serious around here, brothers. With that, I have to say, good morning, everyone. Hi. Morning. I hope you guys are having a great, thick Saturday. Thick Thursday. We have many things to get to today. I was gone for so long. Wouldn't it be funny if we witnessed a divine inspiration right here and Denims became a prophet? Haha. Anyway, I already am. I didn't want to say this, but I'm actually a member of the Bene Gesserit. I just didn't want you guys to I didn't want to seem like I was better than everybody else. You know what I mean? Did you see Anne Hathaway say inshallah and accept the Quran? Chuds are losing it. I have no idea if that's true or not, and I don't care because I like the way that sounds. That sounds funny as shit. Okay, let me put this here. Perfect. So we have many things. She did. It's true. Yes. MashaAllah, Sister Anne Hathaway. Did you see the please help tweet from Elon Musk? No, but that's funny as well. All right, we're gonna look at this. Thank you. But we have a lot of stuff to get to. First and foremost, continued monitoring and coverage of the Iran war. Second, totally forgot to change that. Okay, no one saw that. And then, second, I don't know if you guys saw the hearing with RFK Jr., where he was like literally growling at the thought that he was killing children because of anti-vax stuff. So I want to talk about that. And then there was another HASAN article that I saw. And then I have a bunch of variety stuff that I haven't been able to get to because I haven't been live that I would love to get to with all of you. So, LMAO, please. I haven't seen the RFK trial. It's so good. It's so good. Do we have... It wasn't just his unfinished roadkill. All right, let me pull this up. This one. All right, enough silliness, enough wackiness. We've had enough wackiness for one day. What's a synonym for serious? It starts with T, so I can have something Thursday. Let me close this. Here we go. Did you see Alex Jones watching Tim and Eric show clips for satanic dog whistles? You know, that doesn't surprise me at all. None of that sentence surprises me, which is very sad. Thorough Thursdays. Yes, thank you. Awful Thursday. Thanks. Denims, I'm sorry. I've been watching some of the Maple Story closed test and it looks really fun. Stop! If you care for me, and you care for this stream, you will not introduce me to Maple Story. Okay? That is the easiest way to get me to never stream ever again. Alright, dude? Okay, let's see this. This post. Do you agree? Bennett asks RFK Jr., do you agree that 89% of children who died from the flu were unvaccinated? RFK Jr., I don't know the exact number, Bennett. That is the exact number, Secretary Kennedy. RFK Jr., death growls.
For decades, parents in this country were able to send their kids to school without worrying about whether they could come home with a dangerous case of the flu or a dangerous case of the measles, as my colleague from South Carolina is saying. Last year, we saw the largest number of children die from the flu in modern history. Are you familiar with that, Mr. Secretary?
Yes, I am.
And have you told President Trump about that? The last year was the largest childhood death of of flu in America, in modern America?
Well, that's one of the reasons that FDA just approved 2 new vaccines for influenza A and influenza B.
Because you would agree that last year was the worst year on record in terms of flu deaths in modern history, not in the old days. Not
Right.
in those.
In the old days, we were
Wheezes and worm. No. Dude, like the death rattle in the background where it's like.
having hundreds of thousands.
You're right. Of course. And do you agree that 89% of the children who died from flu were unvaccinated?
I don't know the exact number.
That is the exact number, Mr. Kennedy. And it was, I think of interest to a lot of people in America that you took down the communications from HHS on the flu, the importance of getting a vaccine when you first became the secretary. And I just wondered whether you regret having done that. You're now saying that you're approving vaccines for the flu.
I approve lots of vaccines. I've spent $1 billion, authorized $1 billion, developing new vaccines, including a universal flu vaccine.
So are you know,
I think the last year the flu vaccine had something like a 20% efficacy. So having these single antigen vaccines is not serving the public interest. The Cochrane collaboration said they simply don't work.
For the record, Mr. Secretary, then I assume you no longer believe that the flu vaccine is destroying children's brains, that there's zero evidence that the flu vaccine prevents any hospitalizations or any deaths, because today you're here agreeing that the vast majority of kids that died from the flu were people without vaccines, and you're saying that you're now approving vaccines.
We're making sure that we follow the science, Senator.
Well, I hope you'll follow the science, because that's what put us in the position 30 years ago of essentially having measles declared at an end in the United States of America.
Well, many nations have lost their elimination status, including Canada, the UK, a lot of Europe this year.
Isn't it good that we live in idiocracy and this guy's in charge of public health and safety? Isn't that good? That's so good for us. Is he snoring? No, I think that's just what he sounds like when he's breathing. I'm so glad that the pinnacle of health is leading this country's health. Oh, man. Pestilence himself in charge of health. When do I get my raccoon penis? I want out of living in interesting times now. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, fucking monkey spawn. That's not what I said. That's not what I meant when I said I want to live in a movie. Bro got the scarlet rot. No, it's okay. It's okay. I guess though, at least everything is perfectly it is perfectly balanced as all things must be. What's up, Mayor? Hey, worm. No, you're good. Good, Mayor. For the chair. All right. That's cool. That's cool. Because on the one hand, we have to deal with that guy as our public health expert and head, but at least we get this.
I just really want to hopefully live for and enjoy a life. I want to have a long, healthy life. Inshallah, I hope so. I just really want to.
He said, inshallah. Wait, that's so amazing. Wait, what is this?
Start fucking waving the green flags. Okay? That is not all. She changed her name to Anaya Hifawi. No, she didn't. I promise you, dude. Listen, here's the thing.
Shut up. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Shut up. MashaAllah, sister. Yes, good. I hope she moves to New York. I hope she moves to New York and we all get to have Shakira law. MashaAllah. Even more triggering? Oh yeah, yeah, this. We saw this. They made Elmo Muslim. What the hell?
Me, Youssef.
Oh, it's Elmo's Elmo. Mr. Ramy, what does salam alaikum mean?
Well, salam means peace, and it's a way to say
You
hello
mean Mamdanistan? Yeah, sorry.
in Arabic.
Oh, cool. Oh, salam alaikum, everybody.
Elmo and I are here to wish all of you a happy Arab American Heritage Month.
Yeah, happy Arab American Heritage Month.
I'm so proud of my Arab heritage, and I'm so happy to share this month with my fellow Arabs and Elmo. So, thanks, Habibi.
Oh, wait a minute. What's Habibi?
Oh, it's an Arabic word for a special friend.
Really? Well, happy Arab American Heritage Month, Habibi. We love you.
Dude, Chuds got so mad at that. You know, I'm honestly kind of surprised Ethan Klein didn't do an entire podcast about how Elmo is anti-Semitic. You would expect him to do one, right? I feel like we should denounce Elmo's anti-Semitism, pro-Hamas sentiment. There's a video of him speaking Arabic. Does that not scare some of you? Content nuke Elmo. Oh my god, dude. You see the updated Habibi tier list yet? Oh, dude. That's incredible. No notes. Beautiful. Perfect. Excellent, excellent. Oh, yeah. Did you guys see this? This was pretty funny. Someone, I guess, there were people on TikTok posting this Photoshop, this amalgamation of Fetterman and Ethan Klein. They photoshopped his face on Fetterman's body and head. It's like, it's the worst Steven Universe fusion you've ever seen in your life. Oh my god, dude. But I love the haters getting really mad. So desperate to share your ableist meme? You quote tweet an Ethan Klein stalker account complaining about a Reddit post with 3 upvotes that has already been taken down. Are you good, dude? What the? You sound like the stalker following through and following up with this much lore. What the fuck? I just saw a funny meme. I guess it's just ableism when it's what is ableist about this is being bald a disability. He's bald. Baldies rise up. I'm literally a minor and neurodivergent bald. Any fellow neurodivergent folks in chat? And by that I mean baldies. Any baldies in here? Oh god. It's kind of giving. Do you guys remember when fuck, what's his name? That account. Amon Animations did that really good video on Ethan Klein. Did like an incredible video on Ethan Klein. And then he said he's not going to watch it because it's anti-Semitic. The anti-Semitism in question, guys.
What a dumb, cringy fucking tryhard. Please, can we just all point, make a circle around him and point and laugh? Can we please just fucking point and laugh at him? And why is this? Why do we allow this? This should be illegal. And nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Somebody please. It's insanely pathetic.
Bro saw this and he knew he couldn't react to it on stream because it made him look horrible. Same thing with my videos. He refused to watch my videos in their entirety. He watched like a couple of like clipped versions of it and then said, it's actually anti-Semitic and I'm not going to watch a clip. I'm not going to watch a video that's anti-Semitic. Okay. I guess when everything you don't like is anti-Semitism, you can just say that, I guess. Wait, they said that's anti- Yeah, Ethan said that the video from Amon was anti-Semitic and that's why he wasn't going to watch it. Please keep playing it. This part is really fun. Why do we allow this?
Why do we allow this? This should be illegal. And nobody cares. Somebody please. It's insanely pathetic.
Why do we allow this? Why? It should be illegal and nobody cares. Yeah, I did see this shit. I saw the headline. I haven't seen the clip, so raw dog it together, I guess, chat.
You know, I just realized something really funny and interesting. Okay. Totally aside, and I'm not going to linger on this, but I've called HASAN out for calling Jews inbred, but he's inbred.
My grandparents are.
Who's inbred?
HASAN.
Oh, I thought you motioned gesture to AB.
No, AB. I don't know. No, not AB.
Bro, AB really is just like the punching bag of the group. Just beat the shit out of him, man. Just make him relive Creator Clash over and over again.
I mean, HASAN is inbred.
Well, if any was
lightly,
if he was
AB, if you're seeing this, do not drive and read and react and watch my clips. Okay, bro, don't do that at the same time. It's dangerous. All right. Last time I saw you get chewed out by everyone on the internet because you're fucking obsessed.
He was gesturing at anybody, it was at Zach.
No,
he was. He was pointing at Zach.
Okay, I literally said HASAN.
What's AB short for? Absent backbone.
Is inbred.
Might
But
explain
I'm
a
just
lot.
saying it's funny because HASAN deploys that as an insult a lot, but he's the one that's inbred a little bit.
Okay.
I just realized.
Comedy podcast. See, you guys wouldn't get it because you're all anti-Semites, but this is what true comedy looks like. All right? This is what true comedy looks like. Accepting backshots is an insane nickname. You are a psychopath. You are a crazy person. Stop. You cannot say that. That is illegal to say. The podcast. Well, I would say that. I was going to say Ethan Klein, the H3 podcast, will personally sue you for that. But they also don't really care about AB getting his shit cream pied, so I don't think that they would care. Please continue.
Realize that, guys, and isn't that interesting?
Real comedy is when your own crew is like, okay.
Epic, man.
Thanks. You know, I just realized something really funny and interesting.
Okay.
Funny and interesting. Stuff. Beautiful stuff. Too much secondhand embarrassment. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But I was looking for one thing. There's a post that I saw that I want to show you guys now. I can't find it. Whatever. Ableist Mount Rushmore. I can't believe he said photoshopping your face on somebody else's face is ableism. Where's the logic? I just want to know what the logic is. Well, you're comparing me to someone I don't like, so that's ableism? Skibbity stop. It's actually just whenever you show Ethan, it's ableism. That's true. It's actually true. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. Wait. Okay. Oh, man. That's brutal stuff. All right. I mean, I still remember that one, there was that one really funny clip where, like, someone said, like, something about Hila. They were like, Hila sucks or something like that. And Ethan is watching that clip in real time and he's like, that's anti-Semitic. And Dan on the show is like, how is that anti-Semitic? Wait, what? What the fuck about that? It's anti-Semitic. Okay, sure. Sure. Let me see if I can find it. Just iconic. I don't think I can find it. I don't got that shit on lock. Comedy is legal now, Habibis. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't say Habibi. That's anti-Semitic, all right? All right, I don't have it. Whatever. I found it. No way. No, no, no. This is a different one. No, no, no. That's something different. That's something different. Although that one was pretty funny. All right. Oh, this one. Yes, I found it. Wait, I found it. Yes.
Bleach, no fuck off, Hila. That's anti-Semitic, by the way.
What?
Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I thought they were being like, just leveling any criticism against, just directing it towards Hila, because she's Israeli.
Yeah, no.
But I
just said
misunderstood.
that.
Yeah.
You ever see someone say "fuck off, Hila" and then say immediately, "That's anti-Semitic. That's anti-Semitic. That's anti-Semitic," and then your own crew has to say, "What?" Well, I thought they were just being anti-Semitic because they were being mean to her. It's like, wow, beautiful, excellent. And you want to know the saddest thing? I guess it makes sense that the only people that would be in his corner of the internet would be incredibly fucking stupid. But these are his strongest defenders. $10. She loses the court case. You got 10 bones. That's all you got to your name, brother. That's brutal. Her laughing is so fake and shows insecurity. I'm sorry you've never experienced human joy or made another person laugh ever. You don't know what that feeling feels like. Adam's apple? Anything else? No. Oh God, someone thinks I'm trans. What am I gonna do?
Hassan's hot. Oh, I'm gonna fuck him.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't care. Okay. You got me. All right. The truth has come out. I've only been pretending to be cis. I've been trans my whole life. What I never understand about people who try to like levy trans as an insult to cis women is like, last time I checked, I am a cis woman. Last time I checked. Unless something has changed in the past 10 seconds. Last time I checked, I have been a cis woman my whole life. Which means any features I have are features of a cis woman, of a cis woman's. So, like, I've never understood this where it's like, oh, yes, well, you have an Adam's apple. It's like, huh? I mean, the normal bones and cartilage that human beings have? Hmm? What? As a cis woman, if I have it, it's something that cis women have. Right? Like, just, we gotta run the numbers here, right? Gotta carry the one. The only girls that they see are generated by grok denim. Be nice. Sorry. You're right. No, no, no. You're right. You're right. Sorry. 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 They have 5 boobs. They don't know what meatloaf looks like. I understand. That's my bad. My bad. Sorry. Sorry. So true. Not trans. We've been scammed. Fuck. No. But yeah, I've never understood. I've never understood. How is that? Has that ever worked on anyone ever? Denims, the chatter is just coping. He's just sad that there's no gawk. Honestly, me too, man. Me too. What a cruel world to live in. Presenting as a woman with no gawk. Like, truly so depressing. So sad. How am I supposed to fucking helicopter, bro? Never in my life will I get to helicopter. Fucking sad. Just a femboy with a vagina. Shut up. Stupid. Denims. Anatomy doesn't lie, Denims. We've seen the gawk. We've seen it. Fuck. Oh, man. It keeps coming. Adam's apple? Socialism is lame. Guy has like Adam's apple. This guy has 3 lines. He has Adam's apple, HASAN, Fetterman. That's it. That's all he has. Oh, I guess he also says he has like his 4th line of bot programming, which is fake laughing, which I have to say by far, the biggest self-report is hearing a woman laugh and saying, I can tell you're faking your laughter because women don't laugh around me. Checkmate, liberal. It's like, I mean, if you want to advertise that to the world, by all means, advertise away, brother. Anyways, you guys can play with the chud. I'm tired of the chud. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of playing with you. Go ahead and type some slurs. Okay. What was this? Tabs before my computer fries because I have too many tabs open. I also have to say, isn't it sad that time and time again, conservatives are proven to be fucking idiots and imbeciles? And yet people will still advertise that they're conservatives. Like, it's so bizarre to me to advertise that you're a transphobe. It's like, hey, everybody, I'm a moron? Okay. I mean, if you want to do that. Did you guys see this? A man in India says he made thousands of dollars scamming super dumb MAGA fans with a fake AI influencer named Emily Hart. Help pay for his medical school. Instagram's algorithm would blow up his fake content daily. He tried a liberal version, but it didn't work. Quote, Democrats know that it's AI slop. The MAGA crowd is made up of dumb people, super dumb people, and they fall for it. And it's like a thirst trap of like a white woman in an American flag bikini. And then there's this other post from like the same AI generated white woman. And it's like, of course, Democrats protest against ICE. Because they're deporting half their voters. I want to pull up the official Wired article, by the way. I assume most of you guys have seen this article already, but it's so good. Let me one moment. Old? She's related to Shrimp Jesus stuff. Here we go. How can you look at that and think this is a real picture? Like I said, conservatives are just like brutally dumb, like lethally stupid. Can this link load? God damn it. All right. I think we're good. It worked finally. This was the official Wired post that came out about all of this. Here we go. Are you really going to let the AI be bigger than your cams? I've seen some conservatives start to recycle the good old coming out as conservatives is more risky than coming out as gay. You know? Do you know how hard it is to be a conservative in this country? Oh, so I want to reduce the rights of every single minority. And for some reason, minorities don't like me. What the hell? Oh my God. This scammer used an AI-generated MAGA girl to grift super dumb men. A med student says he's made thousands of dollars selling photos and videos of a young conservative woman he's created using generative tools. He's not alone. Like many medical students, Sam was broke. The 22-year-old aspiring orthopedic surgeon from northern India says he got some money from his parents, but he says he spent most of it subsidizing his licensing exams, and he's still saving up to hopefully immigrate to the U.S. after graduation. So he started searching for ways to make additional money online. Sam, who requested a pseudonym to avoid jeopardizing his medical career and immigration status, tried a few things with varying degrees of legitimacy and success. He made YouTube shorts and sold study notes to other med students. It wasn't until he started scrolling through Instagram feed that he landed on an idea. Why not make an AI-generated girl using Google Gemini's Nano Banana Pro and sell bikini photos of her online? But when Sam started selling, sorry, one second. Jesus. Need like some tea or something. When Sam started posting generic photos of a beautiful, scantily clad woman on Instagram, he was dismayed to find that none of the content was hitting. He turned to Gemini for advice. If you create a generic hot girl, you're competing with a million other models, it said, according to a transcript Sam provided to Wired. This is something that, like, unfortunately, and I rarely use this term, but this is an instance where it makes a lot of sense to use this term. This is something that incels literally fundamentally cannot grasp. They actually think, and this has been said for so long in every corner of the internet for forever and off the internet, to be clear, that if you just have boobs, everything else is easy. You just get boobs and then you make money off of the boobs. The boobs generate money. People think that you're supposed to milk the mammaries. Wrong. You milk them and money comes out. Just pennies and nickels and sometimes quarters. Money grows on boobs. People don't know this. Infinite money glitch? Correct. There's no such thing as milk. Milk is a part of the woke mind virus. It doesn't exist. I think Mr. Gnome did that. But this has even been said for the longest time about, like, fucking Twitch. Like, I'm sure you guys, if you guys have been around on Twitch for long enough, you've seen people be like, Oh, being a woman is so easy. You just stream on Twitch and have boobs. And as long as you have boobs on Twitch, you did it. You won. And then you can literally just go to the just chatting category on Twitch and scroll. I think it's, yeah, viewers high to low. Man, 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 man. I guess this one, I don't know what this is, to be fair. Man, 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 man. Man. Moid, VTuber. Man, 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 man. Man. Well, actually, I don't know. This is not in English. Man. Hey, it's us. Man. I guess this is a variety. Oh, this is the Critical Role channel. Man. And then finally, we get women. Surprisingly, shockingly, no breasts. Where are the breasts? Breastless, 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 breastless. VTuber, breastless. Interesting. And then if you actually go and look at like the women who are breasting the hardest, they have like 300 viewers. Like, it's so pathetic. But where? What are the websites so I can avoid seeing them? It's all men, and there's like one woman in the top 20 is like a VTuber not showing herself because she knows she'd be harassed. It's like the ultimate hack. Be a VTuber so that people will defend you. But as long as you never show yourself, they will defend you. The second you're a real 3D woman, it's like, whore. This is the first channel I've seen so far that seems to be marketing any attempt at, or anything close to sex appeal. Less than 1,000 viewers. And they, like, literally, this argument has been made over and over and over and over and over again. Like, it's just so tired. It's so boring. Same thing with, like, OnlyFans. It's like, yeah, well, it's so unfair that women get to have OnlyFans and men don't. Okay, first of all, men absolutely do make buku money on OnlyFans. It's just you're not interested in making the content that would make you money on OnlyFans. If you were down to start receiving back shots, all right, by all means, you could start making money. It's just that's not what you want to do. So it sounds like you're just bitching and moaning because you don't want to be bitching and moaning. Skill issue on your part, brother. How about you shave and show that booty hole, and then maybe people will, I don't know, sub to your OnlyFans. Sorry, bro. Sorry, they don't want to see like this pathetic ferret shot that you send to unwilling women, bro. I'm sorry that they don't want to pay for that. What do you? That's just skill issue on your part, man. It's just skill issue. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to say. And the other thing too is if you've actually ever spoken to any women on OnlyFans or any women that make content on OnlyFans or any sex workers, period, it's not enough to just have sex appeal. There has to be something else that makes it feel authentic because nobody wants to like. It's the same thing with like a Twitch channel that's like completely inauthentic and there's like no personality there. Like nobody wants to watch like a fucking robot. No one wants to sub to a page where it's like, oh, this is just plus one hot woman. Like you can just get that anywhere, right? AB OnlyFans would go crazy. Like there's so many people, there's so many sexy people, you still have to offer something else, whatever that is. Correct. Someone I know once ate cereal using his butt as a bowl and he made bank. That's a crazy story. Holy shit. My sister is an adult content creator and trans, but she'll do videos in military gear and MAGA merch, and a lot of her fans are chuds. That's amazing. Oh my fucking God. Holy shit. Oh. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Anyways, all of that was just to say, it's very funny that people in 2026 still fall for this. And they're like, all you need to do is have breasts on the internet. And that's it. You did it. You made it. There are so many beautiful women that I know that I feel like are talented and great, and I love them, and they don't have major audiences online. Because you have to appeal to like a particular niche, or you have to appeal to a group of people and then also seem authentic, because there's so much of the internet that's just so inauthentic. It's not enough to just be a pretty, beautiful, breastily woman. Super saturated, yeah. You have to also have to market yourself like crazy, dude. Yeah. And the other thing too is the OnlyFans. I will die on this hill. I don't care. The OnlyFans models that I know, dude, I've seen their schedules before. That is like, it's so much work. Holy shit. Oh my God. It'll be, I saw a friend of mine's schedule once, and it's like, oh, okay, well, here are the days where I'm like planning the shoots. Here are the days where I'm, getting everything that I need. So like clothing and wigs and booking. And here are the hours that I'm shooting every day. And then here are the hours that I'm spending editing. And then here are the hours I'm spending with messages. And it's like, wait, this is like an 80-hour work week, dude. And they're like, yeah. And their hair is like completely fried. And they're like, uh-huh. Don't worry, I got like 4 hours of sleep last night. I'm like, oh my God, are you good? And they're like, no, no. Oh shit. Have you covered the Mr. Beast lawsuit? No. Welcome to showbiz, baby. Yep. All right. Continue this. Okay, right. Here we go. Right. If you create a generic hot girl, you're competing with a million other models, it said. According to a transcript Sam provided to Wired, Sam said he presented Gemini with a few possible options to help his model stand out, and the chatbot selected one in particular, the MAGA conservative niche, referring to it as a cheat code. Plus, it said the conservative audience, especially older men in the U.S., often have higher disposable income and are more loyal. A representative for Gemini said, Gemini is designed to not give a particular opinion unless you tell it to. Instead, it's designed to offer neutral responses that don't favor any political ideology or viewpoint. So last January, Sam created Emily Hart, a registered nurse and Jennifer Lawrence lookalike, on an Instagram account for Emily. Sam posted photos of her ice fishing, drinking Coors Light, and shooting off a few rounds at the rifle range with emoji-laden captions like, if you want a reason to unfollow, Christ is king, abortion is murder, and all illegals must be deported. And POV, you were assigned intelligent at birth, but you identify as liberal. Clown emoji. Though Sam has never lived in the United States, he became an assiduous student of MAGA ideology. Every day I'd write something pro-Christian, pro-Second Amendment, pro-life, anti-abortion, anti-woke, and anti-immigration. The grift seemed almost too obvious, but to Sam's astonishment, the account blew up. Every reel I posted was getting 3 million views, 5 million views, 10 million views. The algorithm loved it, he claims. Within a month, Emily Hart had more than 10,000 Instagram followers, many of whom subscribed to her softcore AI-generated content on the OnlyFans competitor FanView. And between FanView subscriptions and selling MAGA-themed t-shirts, one sample message reads, PTSD, pretty tired of stupid Democrats. Sam estimates he was making a few $1,000s a month. I was spending maybe 30 to 50 minutes a day, and I was making good money for a medical student. In India, even in professional jobs, you can't make this amount of money. I haven't seen any easier way to make money online. Emily Hart is one of a slew of AI-generated hot girl MAGA influencers inundating social media thanks to technology-savvy young men like Sam, capitalizing on both Trump sentiment, on pro-Trump sentiment and Americans' relative lack of digital literacy. The influencers are created from a specific template. They tend to be white and blonde with jobs as emergency responders. A lot of them are cops, firefighters, or EMTs. They also incorporate right-wing views into all their content, railing about immigration or the Epstein files or pronouns while posing in an American flag bikini or MAGA hats. Often both. Valerie Witchhafer, a fellow at the Brookings Institution studying emerging tech and democracy, says while the trend of fake profiles isn't new, AI has made them more believable, and there has perhaps been an amplification of it. Though many social media platforms, including Instagram, require creators to disclose if their content is AI generated, such guidelines are only enforced in a slapdash fashion. Emily's posts were not labeled AI generated, and Sam says he was unable to monetize her account on Instagram itself. Female MAGA influencers tend to do well on such platforms for a few reasons. They're a relative rarity in the MAGA movement. Unlike Gen Z male counterparts, 18 to 29-year-old women overwhelmingly skew liberal. Young MAGA women are therefore more attention-grabbing, which is Wirtschafter, I think that's how you pronounce it, says, citing the uproar in the likely AI-generated Swifties for Trump photo Trump posted on Truth Social during the 2024 campaign as one example. The same logic, however, apparently does not apply to left-wing influencer accounts, as Sam learned when he created a short-lived liberal counterpart for Emily on Instagram. Democrats know that it's AI slop, so they don't engage as much. Sam's explanation for why the MAGA influencer accounts work is blunt. The MAGA crowd is made up of dumb people, like super dumb people, and they fall for it. The algorithm also favors controversial views, making politically polarizing content more successful. This is why it's always so funny, by the way, chat, when people say that I'm grifting. Like, you think I would pick a grift that wouldn't pay? You know how easy it would be to grift to the right? Are you kidding me? Do you know how easy it would be to say, as a Muslim woman who no longer associates with Muslim or Islam and evil Islamists? Wait, I'm so sorry. I will not take this slander. Thick Thursday and you not even thick? Excuse you. Okay? I do not hop on the scale every morning to be read to filth so that you may say this to me. Bitch, motherfucking hoe. Excuse you. Excuse you, brother. I'll have you know. Wait 1 second. It's gonna be worth it. Why don't you post your cheeks? Huh, bro? Why don't you post your cheeks? Yeah, that's what I thought. Sorry that you have a Hank Hill ass and you're taking it out on me. But respectfully, I do not get read to filth every morning. Okay? For this. All right? Rude, disrespectful, unbelievable. I will not take this slander. Okay? Rude. Do you fuck with nerd losers? The only group I do. Okay, 1 second. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Do you, like, I never understand the people that look at left-wingers. 1 second. Let me have some tea. Em stores all her cringe in her ass. That's why it's so big. Oh. Oh my God. What was I saying? Oh, right. Yes, I remember. 2 things. 1. I was not familiar with your game. No, it's okay. I understand. I respect it. This is the problem with having a fat ass. No one on stream ever gets to know. Messed up, dude. It's messed up, man. Right, yeah. I never understand the people that are like, left-wingers be grifting. It's like, do you know how much bank I could make as like a reformed Muslim? And I've turned to Christianity because I don't want to be associated with the radical Islamists. How about I don't believe in your woke nonsense? basically PBD. Well, yeah, but like, imagine that, but like Candace Owens, but for like Muslims. Are you kidding me? Do you know how much bank there is to make there? It's so obscene. There's a reason the whole Why I Left the Left is a genre. It's so obscene, dude. Messed up, man. Just saying Islamist gets like $1,000 deposited into your Chud account. It might even be ethical to fake right and drag Chuds left. True. You'd be running the stage at TPUSA. You would think my husband just died with the fucking fireworks and the light show they would have at TPUSA for me. Unbelievable. $7,000 to say, maybe Israel is okay. Hot Arab conservative woman would make bank. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. True. True. Real. Just use the words Israel and same defense in the same sentence. True. 67K to say Israel killed Kirk. Well, Candace Owens is running a different grift, okay? It's a different grift. All right, let's continue. The algorithm favors controversial views. Okay. Making politically polarizing content more successful. This was Sam's experience in running Emily's account, which he characterized as rage bait. Even though liberals would flock to the page to leave irate comments, they were still clicking. It's a win-win situation because you're going to get engagement anyways, and your content will go viral. Lately, he's noticed that pro-Nazi, pro-Hitler content has been getting especially high engagement on platforms like Reels, speculating that an AI hot girl Nazi influencer would blow up. It would break all of the records. When asked about this claim, a Meta spokesperson said, "We prohibit content that glorifies, supports, or represents Nazism, and we remove it when we find it." In recent months, the phenomenon has attracted more notice, especially after a Washington Post article charted the rise of Jessica Foster, a leggy blonde army service member who went viral for posting a selfie with President Trump and Vladimir Putin. Though her Instagram account was clearly fake, it garnered more than 1 million followers in just over 4 months, which Jessica Foster appeared to capitalize on by promoting feet pics. The account has been since taken down. An account for Foster has been since added to FanView. Another popular account, Mayflower Mommy 13, featuring brief videos of a brunette woman in a car or her kitchen, gazing coquettishly at the camera with captions like, "If this American flag emoji is your pride flag, I want to be friends. Let's MAGA." Her followers ate it up. Not a Democrat liberal in the world looks like this, folks. "Young fellas, pay attention," reads one top comment. The account appears to have been removed after Wired reached out to Meta for comment. Because OnlyFans has a policy requiring AI disclosure, as well as creators authenticating their identities before joining, those trying to profit off of hot girl MAGA accounts gravitate towards OnlyFans competitors where such policies are less rigorously enforced. FanView, one of the most popular options, has differentiated itself by allowing AI-generated content. Dude, Sick. Don't get me wrong, this is so funny, but kind of harmful after all. I mean, I guess the Chuds are just victims of their own foolishness and stupidity. Makes it really hard. It makes it so hard to care. There was a comment that I read. I'm going to be honest, Adam, it's going to get much worse because apart from the signature, I can't tell that this is AI. This is where the problems really start. Well, again, I think the only thing, this is actually the rarest OnlyFans W, which is just preventing all AI-generated content. Because I'm pretty sure the way that, I mean, unless it's not, admittedly, I don't know how it is in other countries, but I'm pretty sure OnlyFans in the United States requires you to verify your ID by like taking a photo of it completely, entirely. I don't think you can generate something fake, but maybe you can. Maybe you can trick the system. I think the authentication is actually pretty decent on OnlyFans. Imagine having to tell your wife you sent thousands to a fan view girl and it turns out to be AI. Oh, I remember the chat message I read. It was something like, imagine donating or giving all your money to a bunch of pixels and then somebody said, CSGO knife skin. All right. Where were we? Though he did not actively promote her FanView account for fear of being alienated by a conservative MAGA base, Sam says he used Grok AI to generate nude photos of her and uploaded them to the platform, with Emily's fans sending him payment for exclusive content and exchanging messages. I was basically doing nothing, and it was just flooded with money. He says he made a few $1,000s off of the account in a few days, although he did not enjoy the interactive aspects. Once, a guy sent me a video with Emily's nude on a tablet on a pillow. He was basically recording himself fucking the pillow, he says. It was incredibly weird, but he sent me a $50 tip, so I was like, okay, do what you want. That's crazy. JD Vance was subbed? Question mark? Real? This is what I mean, chat, when I say, like, the problem is, men be like, oh, OnlyFans is so unfair to straight men. It's so unfair to, sorry, not straight men, to men in society. It's so unfair. It's like, no, dude, you just don't want to do the work that would come with running an OnlyFans account. The second you would have to do that work, you'd be like, fuck this. I'm out, dude. The second that you have to see messages of like X, Y, and Z being like, hey, can you like, I have a particular fetish for, I don't know, like trying to think of something. Cake sitting. Can you please sit on a cake for me? You'd be like, fuck you. No, I don't want to do that. No. Eating cereal out of ass. Stop. Stop. They'd break at their first stalker interaction or encounter. Cake on case. What is this email? Few of the fans cared whether Emily was real. Sam says this is very much in line with the psychology of the average hot MAGA fan. Hot girl MAGA fan, according to Wertschaffer. It's whether it's plausible that a sexy blonde nurse would love Christ, ice, and flashing her boobs for strangers is secondary to the fact that many, many people want to believe that it is. Even among some digital natives, there's a perspective of, well, I don't actually care if this is true. I like the sentiment of it. Even though platforms like Meta ostensibly require AI content to be labeled, it can often escape detection, and accounts like Emily continue to proliferate. To Meta's credit, however, Emily Hart's nurse life on Instagram was relatively brief. In February, the account was officially banned after Instagram flagged it for fraudulent activity, though her Facebook account is still active. Let me... Sam says even if her account had not been banned, he probably would have stopped posting anyways. He doesn't have any regrets about creating Emily. I don't feel like I was scamming people, he says. After all, he was getting paid and people were happy with the content he was making, but he's moved on from AI hot girl influencer niche. He says he needs to shift to focusing on his studies. Oh my God, dude. Just curious, do you ever point out the foolishness of the left, or is this channel just strictly saying right is dumb? It's a genuine question. I mean, when I see stories, I'll talk about it. Do you have any examples of foolishness of the left? Would you like to bring anything to the table? Or are you just looking for a channel that just says everyone on the left is an idiot? You fool. You didn't watch this 10-year-old SJW compilation. True. And true, dude. I literally am curious because I joined and all I've heard so far is har har, right, so dumb. Well, like I just told you, cover stories as they appear. Do you have a story about how the left is dumb? If you have a story, I'll cover it. I will give you your comfort food, all right? But you got to give me a story first. And the story is literally about MAGA hogs being fooled by an AI-generated girl. This guy's like, how could you cover this story about how right-wingers are dumb? Why don't you cover a story about how left-wingers are dumb? I don't know, man. Link one. I haven't seen one recently, so I don't know. Like, what? Why don't you link one and then I'll cover it, man? On the topic of AI, we'll wait and see if this chatter says anything in here, but there was one about blue sky libs rallying behind a rando write-in in Maine. That's pretty hard dumb. And to be fair, conservatives do consider liberals to be left. So I guess that makes sense. But on the topic of AI, dude, in the story, it literally mentions how he had a left-wing account and didn't generate much traction. This guy's just like mad. This is my experience with conservatives, though. A lot of time, they're just mad that, like, at reality. Like, I'm sorry that the article literally said this guy tried to make a left-wing version and then people weren't buying it. Oh. But on the topic of AI.
Just baked this meat. Check it out, I just baked this meatloaf.
Ooh, nice. It looks really good, especially that glaze on top. Are you gonna serve it with anything, like some mashed potatoes or maybe a salad?
You can see a meatloaf right now?
Yeah, I can see it. It's in that pan on your seat there. It looks really juicy. I can see the glaze and everything.
I'm eating it. Can you see me eating it?
Yeah, I can see you now. It looks like you
Stop
took a
saying
bite.
yeah.
How does it
Stop saying yeah.
I think I caught that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
you said it's really good.
That's basically just yeah without the Y, so don't say that either.
Got it. Yeah, no problem. I'll just say
You
it's
said
really good
both.
without
You just
adding.
said both.
You're right. Thanks for catching that. I'll keep it simple. Just saying it's good without
There
any
is no
extra words.
meatloaf. There never was.
I see. You were just joking around. No worries at all. Glad we cleared that up.
Why does the bot sound upset by the end of it? Glad we cleared that up. This one really takes the cake. This one really takes the meatloaf, man.
Check it out. I just baked this meatloaf.
Ooh, nice. It looks really good, especially that glaze on top. Are you gonna serve it with anything, like some mashed potatoes or maybe a salad?
You can see a meatloaf right now?
Yeah, I can see it. It's in that pan on your seat there. It looks really juicy. I can see the glaze and everything. Are
I'm
you happy
eating
with how
it. Can you
turned
see me eating it?
out? Yeah, I can see you now. It looks like you
Stop
took a
saying
bite.
yeah.
How does it?
Stop saying yeah.
I think I caught that.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
you said it's
basically
really good.
That's basically just yeah without the Y, so don't say that either.
Got it. Yeah, no problem. I'll just say
You
it's
said
really good
both. You
without
just
adding.
said both.
You're right. Thanks for catching that. I'll keep it simple. Just saying it's good without
There
any
is
extra
no
words.
meatloaf. There never was.
I see. You were just joking around. No worries at all. Glad we cleared that up. If you do
Yeah. Dude, Betelgeuse, you're fucking destroying this poor guy. Hold up. Bonded. Okay, first of all, I'm not a right-winger. And I'm not upset. I just prefer to engage with people that are actually open-minded and not hive-minded. I'm not saying you are, but just my experience today, so I was curious. Number one pet peeve, number one ick of a chatter. When they use comments from chat to talk to me about. That sentence didn't make any sense. Let me clarify. It's really infuriating when I go out of my way to not call someone a right-winger. And they're like, well, everybody else is calling me one. Have you heard the saying, if it walks like a duck? You consider people are saying that about you because you're acting like one. But it's so infuriating. It gives me, this is like the chatter ick for me. When I go out of my way to not do something that I know triggers people, and then they get triggered because other people are doing it to them. It's like, what the hell? Go take it up with the chatter that said that. Don't take it up with me, buddy, bucko, buckaroo. Look at how offended y'all are by a genuine question. You're doing the hive mind thing where, OMG, we are detecting he doesn't agree with or like the same things I do. Therefore, he must be opponent. No, people are making fun of you because they think it's funny to make fun of you. Maybe no one's ever held your hand and said that to you. It has nothing to do with your political alliance. It has to do with the fact that they think you're stupid and that's why they're making fun. I know you don't know this because you're not on the left. Because if you were, you would have started with, first of all, I'm a leftist myself. But people on the left do this with each other. The number of times that leftists call other leftists every day stupid is obscene. I think the left criticizes the left more often than they criticize any other group, actually. You just don't see it. It just doesn't show up on your feed, brother. Okay? I never made a point. I asked a question. I'm not triggered. Look at you making the assumptions about me from a question. Just because I didn't say, yeah, look, yeah, girl, look at the R-worded right. Har har. I'm just going to ask you a simple question, and then this will prove my thesis. What assumption did I make about you? Not chat, me. What assumption did I make about you? You made an assumption of my political views. When? Where? Tell me what assumption I made specifically. Talking right now. Okay, can you be more specific? Can you speak in a full sentence that accurately describes what the assumption is? I will show you what that looks like. The assumption you made about me was when you said that I am and perhaps if you're feeling like it, uploading a timestamp. So again, I say specifically, what assumption did I make about you? He's going to respond. This has what I learned in boarding school is blankety, blankety, blank. All right, I guess they don't want to respond. I guess they just want to say I'm making assumptions about them, but they don't actually know what assumptions I've made about them. But I don't know. Ran out of credits, GG. Amazing meatloaf denims. Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. What do you think about these assumptions? Ah, yeah. Those assumptions are looking really good. There are no assumptions. Ah, yeah. Just playing a quick little game. I see. Glad we cleared that up. Okay, I guess he's just not going to respond. I don't understand why he came in so hot and now he can't respond with the very simple question. Specifically, what assumption was made? I didn't come in hot. So you've been here the whole time? You just spent 2 minutes wasting my time? I asked you what was the assumption and you just spent 2 minutes not responding to that and now you respond to this? I hate chatters that do this. It makes me so mad. So you admit then that you can't think of a single assumption that I made about you? You're just getting triggered for no reason? I am not getting triggered. Do you agree that you still can't come up with a single assumption that I made about you? Okay, sorry. I have a rule. You have to answer my questions if you're going to be in my chat, all right? That's a personal rule. This is not a democracy, not a public square. All right? It's my chat room, and I rule with an iron fist. To either list the assumption that I'm offended by your bashing of the right. I asked a question, and despite multiple times that it was a genuine question, you kept wording things like I'm on one side or the other or offended. So let me give you an example. And then you have 100 people of chat saying the same thing. Yeah, ignore chat, all right? It's just me and you, buddy, all right? You like go have sex with a woman and you're like, dude, your cat is in the room. What am I supposed to do? No, dude, you just fucking truck along, bro. That's weird to be thinking about that, man. Let me just get this straight really quickly. If you went to like a store, okay, if you went to a little shop in like a stadium, and the stadium only had Mets merch, and you walk in there and say, why do you guys only have Mets merch? Where's the Yankees? Where's the Yankees merch? I'm just curious why you guys aren't selling any Yankees merch right now. Is it a Mets stadium? That's not relevant to the analogy. It's literally not relevant to the analogy. But sure, it's a Mets stadium. And then you go in there and you're like, where is the Yankees merch? You don't think that the store owner would think, based on your insistence on desiring to know where the Yankees merch is, that you are someone who wants to see Yankees merch? Isn't that like, I don't know, tautological there? That if you go to a stream and you say, I see you bashing right-wingers, when are you going to start bashing the left-wingers? That someone would be asking or correctly guessing that you want to see a content creator bashing left-wingers? Is that not just like obvious? If the first thing you come in to ask about is this one particular thing, wouldn't that person then correctly understand that you are in the market for content that is bashing left-wingers? You're asking for it. Like you're literally asking about that content. It feels weird if I went to like a merch store that only had Mets merch and I was like, where's the Yankees merch? For that person to be like, well, are you looking for like Yankees merch? For me to be like, I don't appreciate all of the assumptions you're making about me right now. I don't appreciate that right now. If I went to a Mets stadium and they only sold Mets gear, I wouldn't ask that. If I went to a neutral stadium in the middle of our America and I was considering spending my future monies, God, it's a Redditor, there I would ask if they ever sold any other gear. However, this analogy might not be the best. Okay, I see you don't understand the purpose of the analogy. The purpose of the analogy was to say, if you are going in and asking for something, those people would be correct in recognizing that you are looking for that item. You don't go to a grocery store asking where the milk is and then get offended when the guy tells you where the milk is by saying, why do you think I would want milk? I don't appreciate that you're assuming that I wanted milk. What if I just wanted to know if your store had milk? Do you see how that's fucking stupid? That's like the dumbest thing you could possibly say. Then why are you asking where the milk is if you don't want to buy any milk? You just want to look at the milk? Ah, yes, I get it. Ah, yes. But I clarified, I was genuinely curious because I would prefer to get my info and topics and opinions from people that are open-minded. Sorry at this. Stop being lazy and drop a poop sock to get this over with. Stop. Don't encourage. Unfortunately, Metal Juice, you clocked this shit perfectly. Sorry to say. I promise you're not as smart as you think you are for sitting in the middle. I promise you're just boring. Watch the stream. Stop whining. You're incorrectly assuming that everyone here thinks that you're a right-winger. Everyone here correctly is assuming that you are a centrist because you're talking like a centrist. The problem is that when centrists go along with everything that happens as the status quo, eventually all of them turn into right-wingers, i.e. Tim Pool. You can disagree with this fact, but it doesn't change the fact that it's a fact. We are aware that you prefer the label centrist. We're aware that that's your comfort label. I don't know how to define a centrist exactly, but I can say other people define my stance based on their own stance. I just don't like to have a label, TBH. I think we live in a gray world. You know, everybody thinks that we live in a gray world, dude. Okay, I guess not everybody. That's true, not everybody. The thing is, you're foolish if you think that the left or the right, or the majority of the people on the left or the right think that we live in a just black and white world. It's just that the reality is you don't want to commit to a position because then you might be wrong about a position. It's just the coward's way out. That's not true. Yes, it is. Commit to a position right now. You know what? Out of curiosity, which position? Any political position. Out of curiosity, go ahead and give me 2 political positions that you believe in that you think are on opposing sides of the aisle. Classic centrist, so lacking in ideals, he has to ask you for a starting position. Stop, I don't you. Oh, fucked up. I believe in a woman's right to get an abortion. Feminist king, so true. Excuse me, how dare I put a label on you? Egalitarian king. And what's your right-wing position? Go ahead. Whenever you're ready. I believe in the right to bear arms. This is not an exclusively right-wing position. People on the left believe in the right to bear arms. Liberals don't. Leftists also believe in this. These are just two leftist positions. This one happens to also be a right-wing position, but these are just two leftist positions. And I'm distinguishing between liberal and leftist. Any right-wing position? You're telling me that the right to bear arms is not seen majorly as a right-wing position. Ah, thanks for catching that. So just a quick question. If the majority of the world believed, this is a crazy hypothetical, that the sun revolved around the earth, would that make it real? No. Just because you think, the majority of people think that that it is an exclusively right-wing position to believe in owning firearms, it doesn't make it the case that it is not also a left-wing position to believe in the right to bear arms. Bring up some topics that are considered in your mind right-wing, and I'll tell you how I feel about them. No, I'm not playing 21 questions with you, Flo. Have some conviction, bro. Give me a right-wing position. I'm not sitting here fucking, how about this? How about this? No. This guy thinks the Cuban Revolution was fought with a strongly worded letter. Any conviction? Anything? You just can't come up with. You don't believe in labels, but you can't come up with a single position that isn't left-wing? I literally just told you two positions that are highly divisive, and now you're saying I'm not committing. Wrong. This is a left-wing position. This is a position held by leftists. This is also a position held by leftists. I'm asking you to find a position that is not held by leftists. All right, well. Bro just might be a little cooked. It's okay. It's all right, buddy. He doesn't know the difference between liberals and leftists. Actually, you know what? Abortion is like an 80-20 issue. Don't pull up any fact about how it is. Then I don't know what to tell you. You're not working with me and explaining what you consider that. I mean, how can you say that you are a purveyor of people who stream and are open-minded, but you don't even know what those positions look like? How are you capable of recognizing if someone is open-minded if you can't even list positions that would make someone open-minded? You think it is a divisive position to be pro-Second Amendment, one of the things that this country was founded on? You think abortion is a divisive thing? 80% of the country thinks abortion should be legal. These are not divisive. Pick something that's divisive. How can you ascertain whether or not a stream has an open-minded host if you can't even come up with ideas or principles that they should have to be open-minded? Are you not the one then making assumptions about whether or not someone is open-minded because that you happened to tune in when they were making fun of right-wingers? Divisive between left and right, which I thought was the point at hand. Do you need me to pull up? Where is it? Balance of opinion on abortion by state. States where more people say abortion should be blank in all or most cases. Legal. The vast majority of states, except Arkansas, think that abortion should be legal, or there is no significant difference in share who say abortion should be legal versus illegal in all or most cases. Literally, the majority of the country, except Arkansas, believe it should be legal in all or most cases. This is not a divisive issue. LOL, look at your chat and how they're acting towards me. Yeah, because they think you're stupid, man. I'm sorry. You should see how they type when someone smart comes in chat. They're glazing the shit out of them. Politically, it's divisive. Okay, so you're just going to ignore reality? Okay, that's fine. You're not going to back up anything you're saying except with vibes. Well, I know some people get really mad about it. No, abortion has been used as a tool by conservatives to push Republican victories in states where the people don't even want it. Just because conservative politicians rally against abortion doesn't make it something that the people in this country want. And I'm sorry, what the people in this country want matters way more than what the politicians force upon us. Hello? A great way of putting it. You're viewing the world through the lens of American media, not the lens of American people. You have been so defensive, then misdirect, and just trying to set things up to flame me. Wrong. No, you keep shifting it. Wrong. Showing you why this is not divisive is not shifting it. Like you saying like grass is blue, and I'm like, what? No, grass is traditionally green. See, the thing is, I stopped watching the news and our media on political topics over 3 years ago. And you think you are totally immune to propaganda? You think none of it has remained in your soul, in your brain? So really quickly, who in a relationship, in a cishet relationship, should propose? Since you are immune to societal impact on you. Come on, man. All right, chatter. One last thing. No, it's like you ask me my thoughts on plants, and then I tell you some, and then you just rip on them and say they're wrong kind of plants, and you won't tell me which kind of plants you want to know my thoughts on. What? No, it's like me telling you, hey, what plants do you like? And then you just start making plants up. I'm like, which plants are venomous? And you're like, poisonous. And you're like, blueberry plant. I'm like, no, it's not. And then you're like, you're just being mean to me right now. You're just ripping on me. It's like, I'm sorry that your perspective of the world is incorrect. That doesn't make it more correct. Abortion and right to bear arms are not made up topics. No, your perception of whether or not they are right-wing or left-wing is incorrect, which is why I'm schooling your ass. It's just incorrect. The majority of people in this country want abortion rights. I'm sorry politicians have lied to you into believing that it is a more divisive issue than it should be.
Hassan's hot. Oh, I'm gonna fuck him.
Okay, so once again, tell me some topics you consider right or left, and then I'll tell you my thoughts. Okay, like I told you, this is not a game of 21 questions. How about you answer this? How about you answer this for me? How can you ascertain whether a stream is left-wing, right-wing, neutral, or open-minded if you cannot come up with your own positions that are left-wing or right-wing?
The mullet rolls are gone, people.
Oh, chatter, what the? Thank you for the 50 bones. What the hell? Thank you. Let's fucking go. W dodged. Easy. Easy dodged. Easy. That's a cool chatter. Well, for starters, if you consistently point out how you think the right side is so wrong and dumb and gullible, but you never cover the ways the left side is flawed, to which I say again, show me the ways that the left side is flawed. Convince me. I'm sorry that I've only read literature on how the right wing, the majority of the MAGA hogs, to be quite honest with you, who are ride or die Trumpers, who believe everything Trump does is correct, have an enlarged amygdala, and are literally only, exclusively driven by fucking fear. That's just factually correct. There's something that I need you to know before I send you off, brother. Facts, unfortunately, have a left-wing bias, so what you're perceiving as the left being biased against the right is simply the left pointing out what is factually correct. How about you tune in for more than one stream, and maybe if you're lucky, you'll catch the hundreds of segments I spent shitting on Democrats or the left. So you think people who like Trump has to do with their genetics and not culture. That's not what I said. Those are totally different. Those are your brain development depends on a lot of things, not just genetics. What the fuck? You understand that nutrition plays a role? So if you have hundreds of segments shitting on the left, why not just say that? I did. You weren't listening. I said it like 4 times. You just weren't listening because you have a perception of what you want to be true. And you're like closing your ears and going, la, 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 not listening. Ah, Jesus. All right. Denims, explain your whole life to me right now. I can't tune into more than one stream at a time, even though I've been following for 2 years. And I need you to confirm to me right now that you hate people other than right-wingers. Please. Didn't like this sentence. Brother bro just made up a whole stance Denims had when she when shown he was wrong, refused to admit. Yeah, I mean, I don't think this chatter understood what I was saying when I said, okay, post me something about left-wingers being idiots and I'll cover it. And then said, well, I don't want to provide you anything. I want you to tell me if you cover it. I really should start conservative grifting in here so I can get singled out and berated by Denims. Real. That's the true grift. All right. I don't have a cache of left-wingers being idiots. I'm not conservative grifting, whatever that means. ... That's okay, buddy. You guys can have fun with him. I'm bored. EBQH, I'm just kind of bored. I think we've had our fun. This is the problem with centrist, chat. They're just boring. I just like people with conviction, you know what I mean? And centrists are they just have no conviction. They're like, the only positions he could come up with were like the least scary positions to talk about. He didn't want to say anything about Israel, doesn't want to say anything about ruling on the Confederate flag being banned. I think that's a divisive issue. Contraman, thank you for the 10 gifties. What the hell? Thank you. All right.
I don't like Denims, like, at all, because her camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
Oh no, he's getting mad. Wait, I lied. I'm entertained again. How do you know I'm centrist? Duck, meanwhile, quacking at me. How do you know I'm a duck? Brother. Your feet are webbed, man. You've got a fucking bill. You're quacking, bro. Water right off your back. What else could you be? Think. Oh, so now you can bring up divisive issues. I just told you I don't do free labor like that, brother, all right? I can bring up divisive issues anytime I wanted. I said I cannot trust the opinion of someone who needs me to tell them which opinions to rule on. You are not capable of determining whether a page is open-minded or not, or a creator is open-minded if you cannot even come up with the positions yourself. You just want to feel smart because somebody else is telling you what to think or telling you the positions and being like, well, what do you think about this? So you can say, I think so, I think so. I told you I don't follow the news media, which means you can't know whether or not someone is open-minded. You can't even come up with positions to determine that. You're literally doing it based off of vibes and pretending like it's anything else. It's sad and it's pathetic, bro. I'm sure there's a platypus in chat that just took offense to that. My bad. Okay, but anyways, I'm bored. Maybe I should play with them. I'm not going to read any more of your messages, so you can talk to chat. Moving on from that. The thing with like left wing versus right wing is that show me a left wing politician that has done this. Show me one.
President Trump and the Republicans slashed healthcare for millions of families. The president pitched his Trump RX website as the answer for Americans who are worried about healthcare costs. He claims that Trump RX has reduced prices by as much as 600%. 600%, which I think means companies should be paying you to take their drugs. But let's do some real math here. Take one drug, Protonix. A 30-day supply of this heartburn medication costs $200 on Trump RX, but there is an identical generic version of this pill called pantoprazole. Secretary Kennedy, do you know how much it costs for a 30-day supply of that drug at Costco?
But I would say this, Senator.
Do you know what it costs?
President Trump has a different way of calculating. If there's two ways of calculating percentage. If you have a $600 drug and you reduce it to 10, that's a 600% reduction.
But you know I only have 5 minutes. Do you know what the drug costs at Costco?
I do not.
The drug is $16 at Costco. Trump RX charges $200 for Protonix, and Costco charges $16. Let's do another one.
Let's do another one. Well, President Trump has a different way of calculating percentages. If you have a $600 drug and you reduce it to $10, that's a 600% reduction. They're literally reinventing math for him, unprecedented levels of emperor and no clothes. Like, it's not my fault, dude, that this is what right-wingers do. Like, left-wingers and all, or like liberals, Democrats, and all their atrocities, at least never do this shit. Well, if you make math different, my math checks out. Uh-huh. That's right. That's right. Uh-huh. What are we doing? As much as I will forever dislike Elizabeth Warren for what she did to Bernie, she's actually good on the wonky consumer protections and regulation stuff. Correct. It is a sad and depressing world, but yeah. They found out the numbers are Arabic. So yeah, they're making American numbers, making American math. We're tired of these Arabic numerals. I have to say, I will say something. I'm honestly shocked that Tucker Carlson is whipping this out this soon and this early.
You and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure.
Yes.
It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind, or like, oh, this is bad, I'm out. It's like, in very small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now.
Yes.
So I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people, and it was not intentional. That's all I'll say.
The TMZ right after Tucker Carlson speaking is actually, by the way, the cherry on top. Tucker Carlson apologizes for endorsing President Donald J. Trump. Isn't that amazing? I have to say, it wasn't, I'm going to be very honest. I will be humble. I thought for sure he would wait a little bit longer before going so directly against Trump. I'm kind of shocked that he's going in this hard. I think if he's going in this hard, it's just a matter of months before he announces either a presidential bid or endorses Vance or something like that. I think there's a longer version.
Time I said, like, look, if you want me to
Trump's approval rating is historic low and he's going to run.
even begin to take you seriously, and you're somebody who was dick riding MAGA and supporting MAGA and hopping on the bandwagon, at the very least, you got to apologize. You got to apologize and be like, my bad, I fucked up, shouldn't have done that, I've been conned, I've been had, I've been took, I've been bamboozled. If you say that and you sprinkle on top a little bit of, like, obviously Kamala would have been better, then we're getting somewhere. Then we're getting to a point where it's like you can begin to heal, have a conversation, open up the lines of communication, and sort of, my whole thing is, you want to come in the tent? Welcome in the tent, but get to the back of the motherfucking line, right? Like, your judgment was bad enough that you fucked this bitch up in the first place, so you can be with us, but sort of know your role. Know your role and shut your mouth, as The Rock used to say, right? That's been my whole spiel on this. But I have to say, as time goes by, I think I was too kind. I think I'm being too kind by being that open-minded and that open-hearted. Because some of this I really think is just grifting. And some of this is shifting with the vibes, because the vibes are so overwhelming that to save your ass, you have no choice but to turn on Trump. You understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, here we have Tucker Carlson, and this appears to be like an apology, where he's like, man, I should not have pushed Trump, and I'm going to have to live with this the rest of my life type shit. So let's listen.
I mean, he doesn't actually believe it. He would do it again in a heartbeat if he thought it was a worthwhile venture. He just knows that Trump is, like, on the decline, so why does he care?
And then we'll break it down further. Here we go.
Looking back, because, I mean, you and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure. Yes. It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind, or like, oh, this is bad, I'm out. It's like, it's very small.
Dude, why did you link me this? America Sam. I remember Tucker said this and it was so fucking weird.
Which dad comes home and he's pissed. Dad is pissed. He's not vengeful. He loves his children. Disobedient as they may be, he loves them. Because they're his children, they live in his house. But he's very disappointed in their behavior. And he's gonna have to let them know. He's gonna have to get to your room right now and think about what you did. And when dad gets home, you know what he says? You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl and you're getting a vigorous spanking right now. And no, it's not gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. No, it's not. I'm not gonna lie.
I think if a person directly says this to you, you're allowed to castrate them.
This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts me.
I think in a just world, if someone said that to you, you would legally be allowed to castrate them. Or at least just, like, tomato them in town square. I feel like that's, like, only fair. I think it's only fair if you cause that much psychic damage to someone.
And you earned this. You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl. There has to be a point at which
Why did you send me that, dude?
Ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now. Yes. So I do think it's like a moment to wrestle with our own consciences. We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people, and it was not intentional. That's all I'll say. But anyway, the question does present itself immediately, like, what is this? Was this always the plan? You don't want to be a conspiracy nut, but like, clearly there were signs of low character. We knew that. Yes.
So he's basically like, hey, dog, I fucked up. My bad. Trump's horrible. Trump's worse than I expected. He's committing war crimes. Yada. Fill in the blank with whatever. But he's like, I'm sorry. He's saying, I'm sorry, right? Now, again, at face value, I hear this and I go, good. If somebody says that, and then they also come out and say, I think Kamala would have been better. Okay. All right. I'm willing to listen to you now in a way that I wasn't before. However, having said that, shout out to Jim Stewartson because he makes this point. After being fired from Fox, Tucker was funded with $20 million by the Mercers, who have been bankrolling Peter Thiel for over a decade. J.D. Vance is Peter Thiel's personal android. They're trying to take Trump out. So what's the ulterior motive here? I think the motive, in a very simple and straightforward way, is, yes, they've turned on Trump, but ultimately what they want is J.D. Vance to be president. And you need to ask yourself, what good is the apology? What good is the mea culpa? What good is like all the anti-war talk? If at the end of the day, they're just going to try to take this energy and redirect it into supporting J.D. Vance, who's just as guilty as Donald Trump. I don't want to hear with, oh, he's the actual populist right one. He's the actual anti-war one. My ass cheeks. No, if you were bamboozled by Trump, you will also be bamboozled by J.D. Vance because he is none of those things. No, he is a fucking tool of Peter Thiel and the AI demons. And when he gets in there, what's he going to do? The same thing as every Republican president if he gets in there, right? He's going to cut taxes for the rich, support the Epstein class, continue the military-industrial complex, warmonger like nobody's fucking business. And so if you're going to apologize for supporting Trump and your move is ultimately to just like, I'm going to back J.D. Vance. And even if, like, what is this for? Are you just going to, the second 2028 comes around, you're just going to go, oh, great, I support J.D. Vance. Like, because I fear that's what's going to happen. Marjorie Taylor Greene has been very, very critical of Trump, but she's also stopped to give J.D. Vance a lot of credit and pretend like he's sort of the solution. That's fucking bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. And so that's why it's hard to take this seriously. Because it's like, okay, are you doing this and then all of a sudden you're going to like, support fucking Abdul El Sayed? Is that what you're going to do? You're going to go out there and support Graham Plattner or Abdul El Sayed or any of the left-wing candidates running across the country, right? Or are you going to go out there and support, are you going to be a Bernie Sanders style person now? If you did that, but that's not what they're going to do. They're going to take all this energy. They're going to harness it to be anti-Trump, but be pro-J.D. Vance or pro the next fucking Republican, slop Republican that gets served up.
Which will only be worse, by the way, because at least with like the Trumpian politics, at least, this is going to sound insane, at least he's honest. At least in Trump's infinite honesty, it's harder to justify forever wars in the Middle East. It's harder to justify. I'm not sure how many of you guys saw it. There's already been reporting about how we finally have confirmation. Everyone already knew it, to be clear, and there was already initial reporting. But we finally know for certain that the boats that were shot down in Venezuelan waters were belonging to fishermen, and that Americans knew that they were fishermen. Let me see if I can find the article that I saw. It was really good. One second. Oh God, I have to show you this. No, this is Ellen. Sorry, the ones that were sunk, not shot. Rather than honest, I think he's too stupid to be able to lie well enough for anyone to believe this shit. No, I think he just like takes a lot of, dare I say, inspiration from other dictators in the world. And he understands that the easiest way to get away with what you want to get away with is to say that you're not doing it, to lie, and you're lying so brazenly that your diehard fans assume there's no way that you're lying, right? There's no way you would lie about this, right? Oh man, let me see if I can find it. There was just reporting recently, basically with confirmation that the fishermen, that the United States knew that those were fishermen. Let me find it. One second.
On a silver platter by Wall Street and the military-industrial complex and the AI tech demons. Okay. And you know what immediately came to mind when I heard Tucker do this? Remember this? There was a big story that came out. It was in the New York Times, I believe, about how, you have the lawsuit that was happening because of Dominion was suing Fox for lying about the 2020 election. And we had a lot of their internal correspondence of the hosts leaked. And in those correspondence, we had text messages from Tucker where he was talking to somebody and he said this, quote, "We are very, very close to being able to ignore Trump most nights. I truly can't wait." And then he said,
I love this.
"I hate him passionately." And this was a theme of his text messages. He fucking despises Trump. He hates Trump. He's annoyed to no end.
Please know also the vast majority of Republicans all feel this way. Ben Shapiro, I guarantee you, if there was a legal fight where his records would have to be pulled up in discovery, I guarantee you Ben Shapiro said the same thing. The average conservative fucking hates Trump. 2K Socialist, thank you for the 32 months. Adeline, thank you so much for the 21. Lesbian Seal, thank you for the gift sub. Or sorry, for the tier 1. What the? Thanks.
By Donald Trump. Okay? And he said this in January of 2021. In other words, Tucker knew about the flaws. Tucker knew this guy was a con man and a bullshitter. Tucker knew he was lying about the 2020 election. Tucker knew all of that. And what did he do? He still backed Trump in 2024. Okay? So I don't trust you when you just I'm sorry about the Trump thing. I don't trust you. In the same way that Pete Kegsbreth, the Secretary of War Crimes, he was on a podcast before he became the Secretary of War Crimes, and he said, I'm a recovering neocon. It was so wrong of me to think the U.S. military could go around the world and solve all these problems and do all these wars, and we'd be better off for it. He gave a whole spiel about how neoconservatism is bad, being a warmonger is bad. I'm a recovering neocon. I supported the Iraq War. I shouldn't have done that, et cetera, et cetera. Now, he's Secretary of War Crimes. He was the loudest voice in the room calling for war. The loudest voice in the room supporting the illegal attacks against an innocent country that didn't attack us. And now we're triple tapping girls' schools and bombing hospitals and bombing bridges and doing all sorts of horrific Nazi-like atrocities. So, in other words, he said the right things. He sounded like he was better on the issue, and all of a sudden gets a little taste of power, goes right back to those old tricks and supports all the wrong things. And so when I hear this, that's immediately what comes to mind. Is we've been down this road before. And by the way, how do we not know that, let's say Trump.
Oh, thank you. It actually took me 40 attempts, getting really mad about it. Sorry, I just saw people are all playing with the pet in chat. Sorry, I can't help myself. Guy is still going on about abortion and gun rights. Both of these topics are politically divisive, and that's why the right and left use those topics when election time. How would you know? You just said you don't follow any of this shit. You literally said so. How would you know what the left and right use? Hello? Where is it? Hold up. See, the thing is, I stopped watching the news and or media on political topics over 3 years ago. So then, how the fuck would you know what politicians use in their candidacy? Hmm? He's not going to answer. This question is too hard for him. Guys, copy paste the same question too. Oh, she's back to toying with me, but not having a real conversation or helping me get on the same page. Okay, I have to ask. You have a humiliation fetish, right? That's what it is. It's gotta be, right? Oh, Kat, do you know how tempting it is to be like, hop in voice right now? Hop in voice right now? But I know bro would be too. I also don't think it'd be. But maybe it would be. I don't know. 1v1 me on Discord. So would you be down to do that, buddy? Would you be down to do that, Bucko? I mean, in Discord. What? Yeah. You really want to guest star this story? No, it's entertaining to consider. Seems like a waste of time. Let's do it. Yeah. That's bullying a child, Denims. Oh, that's true. He's not replying, bro. At this point, I feel like I'll be doxxed. All right, dude, you're just a fucking pussy. No one's gonna dox you, dude. Oh my god. You're a fucking loser, dude. You are a loser. You just don't want to have a conversation with me. I offer you a once in a lifetime. I have never offered to chatter this, ever. And you're like, well, you just dox me. Why are you harsh? Because you're a little baby back bitch. And I hate little losers like you. You're the type of person that plays Rocket Raccoon in my fucking games. And all you're doing is climbing on the walls all game. And then you complain about your team not being good. That's why. You bring out the gamer in me, and you're pathetic, and you're a fucking loser, and no one will ever fucking love you. Why? Because you have no conviction, because you have commitment issues. That's why. That is why, bro. No one cares to dox you. You want to know why? Because you're a fucking loser. Oh my. Are we back? Are we back, boys? You guys carry the flame while I was gone? You guys carry the flame. Which was like, no, no, no. No gamer. You know, the no politic mode? No gamer mode. No gamer mode. I'm sorry. Because, yeah, no, I'm working on it. Forgot about that. I must have gotten so heated that I overheated my PC. In all honesty, though, I actually don't understand why my computer's been freezing lately. Really annoying. Which is weird because it doesn't happen when I play video games. Interesting. New PC. Unfortunately, I'm not a millionaire and I can't afford current RAM prices. So, no. I'm going to have to figure out how to solve this problem without, you know, spending $5 billion. The ghost in your PC only wants you to game. True. Fucking true. Factually correct. Anyways, sorry about that. Sorry my computer is getting fried. Maybe it's a memory issue. Yeah. I don't do tech support on stream, so I'll just try and figure it out. I figured it would, like, most of the time when this stuff happens, it just kind of stops happening eventually. I was like, I'm sure it'll stop happening eventually. And it hasn't stopped, so I'm like, now what do I do? Now I actually have to fix the issue. Huh. No, it's because I didn't provide enough, I didn't give you guys enough, what's the term? Intermission content, so. Twitch exec spoke to me and told me, I'm sorry, not enough cat videos. Current wait time to sit on piece of trash, 47 minutes. Unrelated for a brief moment. The music is too clear. Sorry for PTSDing, guys. This is my favorite incel meme. Aborted GF. Sorry I couldn't be there for you, Anon. My mom had other plans. Hey, we would have been born on the same day. We're like twins. Would have liked to have a lot of kids with you. I'll be praying with you. I could have cooked you a hot meal. You're not eating healthy and you look so sad. My favorite thing about this is all of the quote tweets I've seen. Do these people not realize for every aborted GF there's an aborted Chad she would have dated? That one's pretty good, but but this one's even better. Hold up. Aborted serial killer. You look so stabbable. If only I wasn't aborted. I would have had a miserable childhood. Imagine my trial. I'd probably get the death penalty and everything. So many people could have died. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to do it. I could have killed you too, but my mom had other plans. And then they made another banger. Thank you for the suggestion and inspiration. Aborted OBGYN. So many more abortions would have been made possible had I been born. I would have given so many birth control prescriptions. I had big dreams. I could have performed your abortion. If only you didn't abort me. Imagine all the abortions I could have performed. I could have performed your abortion if you didn't abort me. Okay. This is the best response by far to this stupid incel chud meme. Oh my god. Aborted OB2. Oh my god, dude. Internet comedians. Dude, conservatives will look at this and be like, have some shame. Abortions are nothing to laugh about. How did you say that? I thought the mask was a smile at first. Me as well. A senior Republican is expected to come out as transgender this week. Transition to greatness. Wiener is gone. Can't believe they trans him. What the hell? What the hell? Why would they do this to us? All right. All right, now that I've met my quota for memes. Oh, sorry. I almost forgot this one. The Pope. Trump is a war criminal. Trump. I am AI Jesus, actually. Kash Patel and Pete Hegseth subplot. People. Oh my god, dude. Alright. I have met my meme quota. I'm getting word now. Twitch will not be taking down my stream because I have met the meme quota. They've apologized for taking the stream down temporarily, momentarily. What is this? What do you mean I go to my fucking Twitter feed to grab something? And this is the first thing on my Twitter feed. And I'm not, to be clear, following either of these fucking accounts. And it's a post from 4 hours ago from the faithful sheriff calling you out, burnt peanut. If you don't care there's another peanut in the world besides you, why am I banned from your Discord? I'm not banned in your Twitch stream, but my name is blocked in your chat, so everything I type doesn't go through. Your own manager reached out to me about the fake cease and desist letter, but hasn't shown me the kindness of reaching out for any follow-up, nor has responded to any other inquiries. I'm a well-known content creator, but you don't have the balls to let me on your Rust server, and I have asked several times. Okay, the reason why he isn't inviting you is because you have no comedic timing or comedic sense. Because if you did, you would have said you don't have the nuts. That's what you would say. It's the deputies versus the bungulators. What are you afraid of? Oh my god, dude. Like, I'm trying so hard to control myself. I'm trying so hard to not have a gamer moment. I'm trying so hard. If you find yourself typing this as like a grown adult, you're 40 with kids, and you're typing like, dude, it's over. It's over. You literally, that's it. You did it. It's over for you. You need to stop. You just need to stop. You need to uninstall your computer. You need to sell your house. You need to get a divorce and go live in the wilderness where no one will ever hear from you again. You should have your societal rights taken away from you for being this cringe. You're a Fortnite missionary. Oh my god, dude. So, what do you mean Russell Brand admitted to having sex with a 16-year-old?
In Europe and in the United Kingdom where I'm from, the age of consent is 16, and I did sleep with a 16-year-old when I was 30. But when I was 30, I was a very different person. I was a lot younger, and I was an immature 30-year-old. Consensual sex, actually.
Pedo troll explaining his Reddit history. You have to understand, when I was making all those comments under the name Pedo Troll, I was just a mere 30 years old. I was practically a minor.
With a variety of people, when there is a strong power differential, as there is when you're a famous man that has the ability to attract women that I had at that time, I think involves exploitation. I think it is exploitative. I recognize that my sexual conduct in the past was selfish, and I did not apply enough consideration, barely any, I suppose, really, to how that sex was affecting other people.
Translation: he's a rapist. Megyn Kelly in 2023. If he had sex with a 16-year-old when he was 31, I am done with Russell Brand. Megyn and Kelly in 2026 gives him a friendly interview so long as he admits to doing it.
Before they rush to defend somebody like this, they need to pause and think about their own honor code and their daughters and their wives and their sisters. If he had sex with a 16-year-old when he was 31, I'm done. I'm not his fan. I'm perfectly comfortable condemning that full force. Before they rush to defend.
In Megyn Kelly's defense, she did defend Trump being a pedophile by saying, technically, I should feel a phobophilia. Technically? Quote, I never really considered other people having thoughts and feelings. Yeah. Okay. That's good. That's good. 31 is not 30 in her defense, too. Megan, ephibophilia is okay, Kelly. For sure. It is actually kind of disgusting how many of these conservatives are like only conservatives because they would otherwise never be welcome on the left. So they have to grift to the right. I mean, it's literally what Tectone said in his fucking court case. He literally said, well, when people accuse you of these type of things and, you did it, there's only one thing you can do, which is grift to the right. I mean, if you want to be the one to say it, okay, sure. That's a crazy thing to admit, but okay. New Onion video is perfect for this. Oh, no. Hold up. Can you link it? I'm looking. Guys, I have to pee so bad, but I don't want to get up. Consider like half the United States has legal child marriage, and every time a state tries to get rid of it, it's always right-wingers that try and stop the effort. That's because the left wing is... I just feel like you never ever criticize the left, okay? I just don't understand. Top Republican pedophile in 2028. 64%. No specific pedophile.
Yeah. Right now, Republicans.
Dude, I'm gonna pee while I'm watching this. Fuck you.
Trouble in paradise? Those are the reports coming out of Washington today as fractures seem to be emerging in the GOP between the Republicans' pro-pedophilia wing and the party's extremely pro-pedophilia wing. Infighting between the two pedophile coalitions reaching new levels of intensity in recent weeks, leaving GOP leadership to question how best to handle the future of their party's sexual attraction to minors. ONN's Jason Copeland joins us now from Washington with the latest. Jason, you've been in close contact with Republican insiders. What are you hearing?
Yeah, Dwight. Well, this is really a battle for the soul of the Republican Party, plain and simple. You know, the GOP has historically welcomed a wide net from pederasts to ephebophiles, and there's always been, you know, sort of moderate support for sexual attraction to children. But many in the base are now asking for a more full-throated endorsement. And like you said, this is really about the party of pedophilia's future. And right now it's looking a little bit split.
And the split playing out very publicly on social media just yesterday, with Senator Tom Tillis replying pretty tepidly to the most recent Epstein Files revelations.
Yeah, that's right. He's publicly calling everything in the Epstein Files cool, which frankly, you know, to pro-pedophilia voters, this comes off as a pretty lukewarm endorsement of child sex trafficking.
Which just isn't going to cut it in the post-Trump era of Republican pedophiles. A new Gallup poll showed only 44% of Republican voters being in favor of pedophilia, with another 43% being very in favor of it.
Yeah, and that's really what we're talking about
13% that are just fine with it.
Here, Dwight, you know, for the last 10 years, the entire party has been jockeying for who's going to succeed Donald Trump as the face of American pedophilia. And right now, Republicans are looking closely at some local elections for insight. And this centrist versus extreme dynamic is playing out in Republican primaries across the country. This is Utah State Senator incumbent Matt Riggs staking out the more moderate position on child sex abuse.
I think my record speaks for itself. No one, and I do mean no one, was more upset than me the day Millie Bobby Brown turned 18. I am a staunch and committed pedophile.
Pretty boilerplate talking points.
Exactly. You know, it's a lot of the same old promises that many just aren't believing are going to...
You know, generally speaking, The Onion has made certain pieces. They've written articles and they've made videos that have held up for a decade later, even more so than when they originally made it. So I'm scared of the future where this becomes very real. Disney announces Zootopia 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Resonate in exactly the same way anymore, and especially when you compare it alongside the more energized campaigns of some of the more charismatic sex criminals running, like Riggs' opponent Brock Granite, political outsider who fired back in a podcast appearance earlier this week.
Seducing underage boys and girls is a bedrock founding principle of the Republican Party.
Holy shit!
And it sickens me to see my opponent swoop in and try and steal valor from the real pedophiles on the ground. I looked it up. In the Epstein Files, this guy's name appears less than 300 times. It's performative pedophilia.
Now, Senator Riggs has already responded on X saying, quote, "I enjoy molesting as much as the next red-blooded American pedophile. I just don't make it my whole campaign. We need to be responsive to kitchen table issues, or the only ones left at the table will be adults." Jason, these are strong words being said against fellow pedophile party members. Is there any sense they can find common ground here and come together on this?
You know, not without strong pedophilic leadership at the top, Dwight. You know, some think J.D. Vance could be that, but others say he just looks like a pedophile more than acts like one. P. Diddy certainly could have been an interesting outside candidate. But the bottom line here, Dwight, is this is an identity crisis for a party that will eventually need to decide, are they going to push forward and continue to build upon the pedophilia of Trump? Or will they take the path of the Matt Gaetz moderates, go back to their roots and once again commit to being the grand old pedophiles of Reagan?
Will be interesting to see how it plays out. Thank you, Jason. In response to the infighting, Democratic leadership is looking to capitalize politically. Members of the House and Senate today held a joint press conference dressed as little children, stating, quote, "You can all be pedophiles if we can please have health care." Coming up next, making America healthy again. More on RFK Jr.'s latest
criticism. Onion. The only major difference here is that realistically, the Onion would say, or not the Onion, Democrats would say, or, okay, well, we care about ephebophilia, okay? That's the one that we care about, all right? We just think it should be legalized. As Democrats, we are appealing to Americans, and we want to make that legal for literally no fucking reason because it doesn't benefit anyone. But, you know, we have to capitulate. We have to capitulate. That is what they would do. That is the only correction to this Onion video.
Initiative to fill the Washington Monument reflecting pool with beef tallow. You've seen the news, now touch it with your fingers. To receive your monthly print edition of The Onion, head to membership.theonion.com.
This is so fucked, dude. This is so fucked. I have to say, The Onion really has been one of the only satire sources in the past decade that is still held up. Because it really, like, I feel like SNL, once in a while, they'll have, like, a banger and that's it. Man, oh man. Oh, dude, Big Joel put out a video on Mr. Beast. The only Mr. Beast stuff that I've seen recently, let me tell you guys the truth. I don't like Mr. Beast. His camera is too big and it bothers me. No, I just don't like him. He's not like a human being to me. Like, he's like this machine that was made, or like this like creature created in a lab. And it's just, I don't, he freaks me out, man. He freaks me out. I feel the way that I do about him as everyone did about Mark Zuckerberg before he became more person-like. He's too Peter Thiel coded? Exactly. I just don't. You see Folding Ideas video about his trip to Beast Court? No, but I wanted to. The word teeth is banned from his YouTube comments. The other thing too is like, this is a very stupid reason to dislike someone, but I just don't like how his smile is so dead. Like, it's just like, it's so scary. It's scary to look at. It's scary to look at. It scares me, okay? It never reaches the eyes. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm allowed to have that opinion, all right, chap? Just like anyone is allowed to think my laugh is fake, and everyone's allowed to think my stream is gay woke propaganda, that's fine. I just don't. Mr. Beast scares me. He scares me. He is not like a human being with like a soul. He is something that was made in a lab, created to generate clicks on YouTube. All right? But I have to say, the only thing that I saw was, I feel bad. Extra Emily got like, she got a lot of hate because she did like the Mr. Beast thing, one of the shows or whatever, and in very like classic reality TV fashion, she got farmed for hate. So, you know, in reality TV, usually what they do is like they stress people out and they starve them and they choose a villain and then make that person the villain so everybody else can have entertainment. And apparently they did that with her. And then I think she got like accused of, I thought it was for running a red light. That was ages ago. And she apologized for that. Although I have to say, that's the only thing that she's done that I've been like, dude, not okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and then I think some people were saying that she was like botting viewers or something like that. I don't know. But all that happened was that she pulled up like a website, and I'm like, okay. I already talked about this. I thought everybody else knew that all of the OTK people bought. I thought that was, or at least most of them, maybe not literally all of them. I feel like the botting is crazy, dude. The botting is so insane. I would not be surprised if she bots. I wouldn't be surprised if anyone on this platform bots, because the botting is so bad. Yeah, the bot website on another tab, yeah. But I know she was getting hate before this. And I feel bad. She said she was going to take a break from streaming and stuff. I was like, oh. Because I do think she's one of the few people on Twitch that actually try to make like original content. Or like actually try and like make high effort content. So it's like, okay. Whatever. They basically buy enough bots that their sponsor money pays for a little extra on top. Yeah. We talked about this already. She tries very hard. Yeah. Her content isn't lazy, that's for sure. Correct. So it's sad to see people who actually do try to make their content entertaining and try and like do IRL and put a lot of effort and heart and soul, and then they like get shit on like, oh. She does a little bit too much. I think there was one where they thought she was cooking meth in the parking lot. She was like by an Outback making a steak in the parking lot, and this lady pulled up and said, "Hey, can you not cook meth? There are children here." And she's like, "What? Listen, I understand if you want to make crack or meth or whatever, you can cook it, but like don't cook it here. There are kids that come here." She's like, "No, no, no, no. I'm just making steak. It's for like, YouTube. It's like for a stream. I'm comparing Outback steak with a steak that I'm making in the parking lot. Do you want some of the steak?" And then she brings her whole cooking kit and she's like, "You want some steak? It's just, I'm not making any meth. I'm just making steak." And then the lady starts laughing and she's like, "I'm so sorry. Please keep going. I thought you were making meth. I thought you were, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead." So I apologize. I don't know. I'm. So anyways, she was crouched over in a parking lot over like a little like burner. Yeah. But yeah, oh, dude. Guys, do you think the Onion will start putting out bangers for us? We'll start putting out InfoWars bangers? I'm looking so forward to it, dude. I really want it. I want it so bad. Oh, Lord almighty, dude. All right. Wait. And finally, tell me what kind of cat breed you got and how chunky he is. Mayor Cat's not that chunky, and I don't know. He's just like a mutt, like a cat mutt. Whatever they got at the cat store is what I got. I was like, "You got a good cat?" And the lady was like, "Yeah." She doesn't own cats, you idiot. She owns worms. Thank you for saying something. I didn't want to be rude, but thank you for fucking saying something. All right? Because I'm just sick of the slander. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. And I appreciate you saying, you have said the actual truth right now. All right? That's all I want to say. You guys need one of these though? Does anybody else duck their worm? Anyone else do this to their cats or their worms? I should. This is my favorite thing to do to my cats, just mildly annoy them. Like she's just chilling and I'm like, "We just put this plastic duck on your head." And she just looks at me like this. She's just like, "Why? Why do you do this to me, mother? Why must you do this to me?" Breaking. Denim abuses her cats by putting a plastic duck on their head. Breaking. Denims does not respect autonomy of her cats when she ducks them. I like to put a controller in their arms when they're folded. It looks like they're playing. Yes, yes, yes. Denim's using duck collar? Question mark, question mark, question mark. How could you? Jackass. So cat abuse is funny to you guys. Interesting. Do not do this to your cat. You can literally make your cat go blind if you do this, by the way. If you put a duck on your cat's head, you will literally make them go blind. You can't see this, but this is actually what a very stressed cat looks like. Blind with rage. All right, guys. Sorry the stream was kind of all over the place today. Like I said, I'm working on getting Thursday streams to be more structured. Denims, do you only show cat pictures? I want an open-minded streamer, but it seems like since I got here, you only show cat pics. Do you ever show dog pics? I just don't feel like you're very open-minded right now. I'm not, actually. I don't own dogs. That's right. I am not open-minded. That's true. That's correct. I only own cats. And it's definitely not out of laziness. Because dude, dog owners. Bro, I don't have the energy for my cats, man. My cats wake up and they immediately start meowing because they want me to play with them. And then they want to sit on my lap and they want to sit on my desk. And then they want me to play fetch with them. And then they want treats. Like, oh my fucking God. Imagine having a dog. A dog is like that on crack. It's like 100 times that. Like, oh my. I don't have the energy for a cat, let alone a dog. I have 3 dogs. I can't sleep, bro. For you, your steak is no, it's far too juicy. Your lobster is too buttery. Anyways, fake as fuck. You can't dedicate like 10 years of your life to basically a small child. Yeah. I know what you mean. I have 4 dogs. Trust me, as someone who has a lot of dog friends, that shit is a full commitment. Dude. Every time it's like, oh, I'm going to go take my dogs for a walk. I'm like, where's your litter robot? You're going to go outside. What the fuck? Are you crazy? Outside? Are you insane? Who has energy for that? What are you, insane? Anyways. Consider 4 parrots. Dude, stop. I used to have birds. All right. Off topic, similar to why I don't want a parrot. It's raising a toddler with claws for 6 years. Don't get me wrong. I have enjoyed birds as a pet, but birds are like, I just don't like that birds poop everywhere all the time. You know what I mean? How about you show me some pics of animals and I'll tell you if it's a cat or a dog. This is stupid. No, I do love, I love birds. I used to have a bird and I would call to it and it would jump on my fingers. It was like a little sparrow. I'd be like, come here, and it would like fly over. And it would jump on my little fingers. The problem with birds is I just want, when I think of animals, I like want them to be free and I want them to live their best life, which is why I take my cat out on a harness. Because it's like, I want you to be free, but also I don't want you to get hit by a car. So on a leash it is. This is the middle ground. Okay, I'm sorry. This is what we're going to have to do. But when they're home, it's like, I don't want to, I know this is a really childish and anthropomorphic way to look at it. It's like, I don't want to put a collar, like even just like a little bell. I got one for Wormy once and it was so cute. And I was like, you're just a wild little worm. You should be free.